Hey everybody, Jim Wiegand here with another episode of 199seconds.com to again talk to you about insecurity. So this entire series is called Orphans to Heirs. We've talked about starting life as orphans in our mentality and what we believe no one's going to protect us, no one's going to provide for us, no one's going to shelter us, no one really truly values us. Orphan mentality to a son or daughter. I am loved, I am provided for, I am protected, I am safe. My identity is through the love of my Father. And then on to heirs, where we're not just not doing the bad things or resting in the good things. We're actually going to do the good things. And in this area of insecurity, it's especially important that we talk about this. The lie that orphans believe is that when they look at who they are and who God is and who people are, they have to create a new persona. They have to only have safe people around them. They can't take risks. They have to be in control. And the reason is because they really believe that they're being tolerated. If people really knew who I was and what I'm going through, at best, my relationships would be based upon their tolerance of me. God doesn't really love me. He knows me too well. People wouldn't really love me if they knew me this well. Tolerance. They tolerate me. Now, a son or a daughter moves from God tolerates me to God has liberated me. I am free. No longer tolerated, liberated. I'm free. He loves me. The world is a bold, beautiful battleground for me to go after the things that God would have for me. Jesus promised me he'd never leave me or forsake me. God says that he who began a good work in me is going to be faithful to complete it. My relationship is a 10 because he is a 10 and he's granted me that relationship. That's a son, that's a daughter. I'm liberated, not tolerated. I'm liberated. But an heir moves on and goes, I'm celebrated. Not tolerated, not simply liberated, but celebrated. That there's this joy that God has in his heart concerning me when I go and do the things that he's called me to do. And it's not that the things make me something I'm not. I am a son, whether I do things or don't do things. But there's a celebration when your kid gets it. You know, the first day my son got his driver's license and got into a car and drove away, or used the power tools, or fell in love with a girl and asked her to marry him. And she said yes. I celebrated those behaviors that he'd seen modeled by his father, knowing that he was liberated. He was free to go and be the man that I want him to be, that God wanted him to be. And now he's off to do this life that is completely celebrated. So I encourage you today, guys, if you're just like, man, God's tolerating me, I hope I don't screw up one more time, or, yeah, I'm free, isn't that great? But what are you going to do with that freedom? Move on to a life that is celebrated, where God goes, that's my kid, that's my boy, that's my girl, now go get him today. And I encourage you guys, hear God's voice cheering you on to be you. And man, I hope this curse of insecurity is well behind you. And we'll talk to you again soon.